Hello everyone, welcome to a new video. It is me, Desiree. It is time for Keep or Declutter. I'm going to go through all the products I shopped my stash for recently, and I'm going to share with you how my experience was, a little mini review, and then decide whether I want to keep or declutter said item. I just saw that I put my cold Dr. Pepper here without a coaster and it left a little wet ring, so I need to clean that off real quick. Okay. Anyway, the setting spray I shopped my stash for was the Catrice Illuminating Prime and Fine Dewy Glow Fixing Spray. This stuff is on another level of crazy. Like the sprayer is so intense. And someone left me a comment saying it's kind of like wasp spray, and I thought, oh yeah, it's like a raid. Like it's just so intense. Like you would spray it on a bug and it would like kill the bug or something. Anyway, I would like to try out this. Like I want to pour it into another bottle, but I don't like using it from here. It's just so crazy. I was holding my arm as far as I could and spraying it, and it felt like it was just like, psh, still just way too intense. I tried to spray it up on my face. It was a whole thing. I'm gonna keep it, but I'm gonna pour this into another bottle. As that sprayer though, I would not buy that again in a million years. The mascara I shot my stash for, actually a pleasant surprise, is the Covergirl Exhibitionist Stretch and Strengthen Mascara. I love this. I'm actually wearing this today. I'm also wearing the Profusion Ethereal palette, and so far so good. I'm hoping to have that review up by Monday. Anyway, this mascara is wonderful. It has a big full wand, but the mascara, it actually reminds me of this one a lot from Melt Cosmetics, their Supernatural Lash Mascara. Not the same exact wand, but the same, it's like the same wand but a different style. Let me just put them side by side. Does this make any sense? Like they both are completely covered in bristles, like natural fiber bristles, I guess, and they work exactly the same. I get full fanned out, volumized, thick, fat lashes, kind of long. They both don't transfer. So I really, really like this CoverGirl mascara, and I wasn't really expecting to. I don't know, I just thought it was going to be kind of blah, like most CoverGirl mascaras, but this one, really, really good, and it doesn't transfer, flake, smear, smudge, or anything. It was a pleasant surprise. So I didn't pull out an eyeshadow palette this time. I just grabbed some singles. Did I only pull out 3 singles? Let me double check. I have that. Oh, I had 4. Okay. So first was the Makeup Forever single eyeshadow. I don't know, I'm gonna clean this desk off before I started. I have the Makeup Forever single eyeshadow. I don't know the name of this one, and I looked up on Sephora's website just to see if they still had this, and I couldn't find one that was similar to this one. It's a really like nice feeling, it kind of feels the way that Juvia's Place shimmer shadows feel, like a little bit like greasy but smooth still. It's a really pretty color, but I only used it a couple of times and I was like, eh. But I want to keep it. I want to keep it for this packaging because it's a Makeup Forever container. It fits their singles perfectly, but I never reach for this, and I know that I'm probably never going to reach for it again unless it's in a situation like this. I want to keep it just for the packaging. Let it go. Gotta let it go. Someone else will appreciate that more than me. This is the In Studio eyeshadow in the shade Minx. I didn't reach for this once. I don't really know why. It's a really, really beautiful formula. I wish that Walmart still had this little line. It's this one called In Studio. And they had a little display for like, it seemed like a week and then it was gone. Everything was $1 and their eyeshadow singles were really, really good. I'm gonna let this go too though because I just never use it. This is the L'Oreal Infallible Infinite Sky. Infallible eyeshadow in the shade Infinite Sky. I used this in a Get Ready With Me and I was pleasantly surprised, one, that it was still pigmented because I've had this for a long time, and the color is just so pretty. I also used it with a brush and with my finger and I had no fallout whatsoever. It lasts all day long. It's so pretty, really pretty blue color, and I'm going to keep it. And the last one is the Colourpop Super Shock Shadow Ultra Glitter in the shade Sequin. I hate this. I hate this so much. It's dry as a bone, which is fine. I knew it was going to dry up eventually because usually these are like a soft putty kind of formula. But I thought, you know what, I'll try it anyway. I bet it'll just work like a regular dry powder shadow now. And in a swatch, it looks really nice, but on like my eyes when I tried to use it, it's chunky, flaky, crumbly, just too dry. Goodbye. I never really throw makeup in the trash, but that one is beyond awful. This is from Believe Beauty, the You're Covered Liquid Concealer. I didn't use this once. I didn't reach for this once in 2 weeks. And it's not because it's not good or that I didn't like it. It's just that the foundations that I shopped my stash for were so high coverage that I felt concealer was not necessary at all, like literally once. So I like this concealer, but I didn't use it at all, but I will keep it because it's still good. I still like it. Next up is from Kaja, the Play Bento Blush Bronzer Highlight Trio. This is the shade Butter Up. I love this. I love this so much. So it comes with a cream bronzer, and then your next little level here is a highlighter that I literally wore every single day. I love it. I'm wearing it again today. And then a blush that I was pleasantly surprised by. I'm wearing this blush today as well. I thought that this, I don't know, just like the color of it, I thought it was gonna look a little like, just like a pink powder. You know, I don't know, I just thought it was gonna be like a dusty, dry pink powder. But it's actually quite nice. It's pigmented, but not too crazy, so you don't have to like barely dab in. You could still like get a nice satisfying dip of your brush and put it on. I reached for this almost every day and I loved it. Gonna keep it for sure. And then foundations, It Cosmetics Your Skin But Better plus skincare, and then the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea. I said this a million times already, but I shot my stash for both of these because one is too light, one is too dark. Mix them together, perfect shade. I love both of these. I'm gonna keep both of them, although one is discontinued and expired. I still love it, and it didn't have any like negative effects on my skin at all. I wore these just about every day, and it was kind of nice because I hadn't been wearing foundation at all. Like I was just doing concealer and powder, and wearing these two together was really fun, and I really liked wearing foundation every day, and I love both of these for sure. Gonna keep them. And that's what, those two together is what gave me like insane coverage on my face where I didn't have to put any concealer on. So I have this little powder called the Velvetizer from Urban Decay. I did use this time. I kind of forgot about it though, and I kept forgetting to mix it in with stuff. I never ended up mixing it in with anything. But I've been using it as a setting powder and an under eye setting powder. And I never set my under eyes, but lately I've been getting like a really like super fluffy brush like this one. You see all that powder just fly off of it? I've been getting a really fluffy brush, really mixing the powder in there and then dabbing it on my under eyes. And I've really been liking doing that because I've been using this to set my whole face, that when the rest of my face is kind of mattified, the under eyes look a little glossy, and it works really well for that. So I am going to keep this. It's just a little bit of powder. I don't mind using it up. And then, and I think it's discontinued though. So two primers I picked out, the Luminaire Blur Longwear Primer and the Hard Candy Hydrating Primer. This is like their makeup grip primer. I don't know if like if these went missing, I wouldn't even notice they were gone. So the Hard Candy one is supposed to be like a gripping primer, so it stays kind of tacky on your skin. And it's the least tacky of all the grippy primers that I've tried. It's actually quite nice, and I'm gonna keep this. Like, it's a little sample, I don't mind using it up. And then the Luminaire Blur Longwear Primer, I don't know, this didn't really do anything for me. Is it expired? I don't know, like is there a lot in here? I feel kind of bad getting rid of it. It's like a tiny little bit. I'll keep it just to use it. I don't really know what else to do with it, so I'm keeping it for out of default. I don't know. And then the last palette I have here from Clinique, the Sunkissed Perfection Face Palette. I reach for this every day, and I love this bronzer. I'm wearing it again today. I've been wearing it a lot. Even the days that I wore the Kaja cream bronzer, I still reached for this Clinique one for my neck and like chest area because I don't like doing cream bronzer that often on my neck and stuff. And I really liked this. I also really liked the blush. I didn't use these two at all. It's like a really soft highlighter and a mattifying powder that doesn't really work for me. So although I did really like these two, I'm not going to keep the palette. I'm going to let this go because I think someone else could have this and love it and use it and like all four of the powders. I'll clean it up and everything, of course, but I'm gonna put this on Poshmark. I'm gonna let this one go. And I think that's everything. I'm only getting rid of the palette, 3 of the eyeshadow singles, although one went into the garbage. And I think that was it. I think I'm keeping everything else. I've been loving shopping my stash, like I said. I feel like I have new makeup all the time, and it's a way to kind of gently declutter my collection after having given the product like another 2-week trial. So I've been loving it. Let me know some things you've been shopping your stash for. I would love to know. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe so you don't miss the next one, and I will see you tomorrow for another Shop My Stash. I can't wait to pick out some new stuff. So I will see you then. Goodbye.